The fifth round of the championship sees a return to gravel and to arguably the most dangerous rally of them all. Scotland's thin roads, fast speeds and tricky jumps will prove a headache for drivers, with a high number of logs thrown in for good measure. Former champion Softy makes his second appearance of the season. The Peugeot 206 runner is favourite for victory here. Phil heads to Scotland as championship leader, but the pressure is well and truly on after Luca reduced his advantage to just 6 points last time out. Both will need to be on top form though, as Zach and Dom sit within range should the leading two slip up. Phil was hoping for a strong response after finishing only 6th in Spain, but a tricky start saw him roll his Ford twice that left him down in 22nd overall, and already 3/4 of a minute off the pace. Thankfully for Phil though, his closest challenger wouldn't fare much better. Making contact with a banking saw Lucas Citroen roll over 6 times that left him with a puncher and likely a very dizzy head. 20 seconds was lost as he placed down in 13th. It started as a cautious approach from Dom, but even still a poorly placed log on the inside of one corner sent him off course and trapped in the forest. He would lose 15 seconds and no doubt would be seeking legal advice against the log. Zach was fastest through, taking full advantage of his rival's mistakes. He was 2 seconds quicker than Alistair, with Dan placing an impressive third. Softy set the stage time of the season through South Mooringside, running 14 seconds quicker than anybody else. His Peugeot 206 was on rails through the Scottish forest, setting a time that would comfortably move him into the lead of the rally. Dan had some trouble carrying too much speed into a downhill hairpin and losing around 10 seconds after falling down and having to recover. It had been a strong run other than this mistake, limiting the damage as he fell to 5th only. Alistair claimed his sole rally victory here 2 seasons ago, and he was second quickest through stage 2, now 10 seconds adrift of the new rally leader. Court jumped Zach into 3rd, following a mistake from Zach. There was more time lost for Luca, who damaged his steering after whacking a rock. Phil had a better run, and now sat 1 place higher than his title rival, but both were over a minute back from the leader Softy. These roads can be so deadly, and Aiden's own hopes were ultimately over following a crushing impact in his Subaru. Just a few hundred metres up the road, Owen then lost his left rear tyre after making heavy contact with a tree, running out of line in a tight 3 right. Softy was looking to build on his advantage in the afternoon leg and had been setting the pace through the first few splits, but disaster would strike when he smashed into a rock following a tricky high-speed jump. He lost his front left tyre, and carrying no spare would mean the rest of the rally would be completed on 3 wheels. Alistair would take full advantage, moving into the lead of his home rally after running 13 seconds quicker than the limping Softy. Court fell behind Zach into 4th after being another to get caught out with a hairpin. The Dutchman losing crucial time that made his own chances of victory a lot harder with just the 1 stage to go. It was Austria's Iggy that took his first stage win, moving up to 7th overall. Dom just missed out on the fastest time by half a second, but was now up to 6th. There remained just 1 place between Luca and Phil, but Phil added some breathing room between him and his rival, with Luca carrying damage from the morning leg. Softy powered through the final stage with just 3 wheels, and losing over a minute on the fastest time would see him fall to 8th. It had been a great effort from the former 2-time champion, but once again he would fail to win in these 2000 vehicles. Pushing hard in an attempt to make up for lost time, Court sadly saw his Citroen roll after getting caught out over a jump.
Nee! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, stop, 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 stop!
This was big time lost that saw him fall 2 places behind Dom and Dan. There would be no repeats of Iggy's heroics from stage 3 as the Austrian decided to stop listening to his co-driver.
Come on, where am I going?
Whoa! What?
Zach needed to overturn 6 seconds on Alistair if he was to snatch victory, and in his final run he crucially went quickest through the Bet Noon power stage. Alistair was only a 10th back though, keeping Zach honest and making sure he secured victory. Phil knew the importance of claiming whatever little points he could, and a 5th fastest time through the power stage meant he not only achieved 1 additional point, but also moved up 3 places to 7th overall. Owen was another who salvaged something at the end, claiming 2 bonus points for completing the final stage, 4th quickest. Luca left Scotland disappointed. He only jumped 1 place to 10th, meaning 4 points would be lost to the championship leader. That's 4 winners for the season as Alistair secures a second career victory, both coming on home soil. Zach will be disappointed to have missed out by 5 seconds, but it's still big points gained in this title fight. Dan claimed his first podium finish in 2 seasons, as Dom edged court for 4th. Iggy was missing from the results, but places 6th. The game so surprised he won a stage that leaderboard.exe stopped working. Phil and Luca have a poor showing, finishing 7th and 10th respectively, Softy and John placing between them. Mike remembered how to reach the end of a rally as Owen and CJH secured the final championship points. It was a rally of attrition with 12 drivers failing to finish, the most for the season. Aidan less fortunate than his brother, having a rally to forget in his home event. So Zach jumps into 2nd and now only 7 points adrift of season leader Phil. Luca falls to 3rd, but there's now just 10 points separating the leading 3. Alistair's win promotes him into the top 5, with Dan back in the top 10 thanks to his podium placing. There are just 2 more rounds to come and the championship fight is finally poised. We've had 4 winners from the last 4 rallies, and despite failing to secure victory for himself yet, Zach is very much in this fight. Next week will be a critical one for the destination of this season's title.